Guys, why is this coin pumping?
Digital privacy is our right. We met with Daniel from Hotspotty and Deepenhut to show you how to set up your own Ator online node. Check out how easy it is to become part of this historical movement.
Hello everyone, Daniel from Hotspotty here, and today I'm with Lord Rabbit to set up an Ator node together with the HCC group. I'm very excited about this video. I always love the work that those guys are doing in crypto and bringing education and bringing clarity and transparency on crypto to the world, right? In this video, we're going to set up an Ator node. I'm going to use these Cherry servers. There are a lot of different providers that you can use. Basically, you're going to be renting a server, which is a computer in the cloud that you can host the Ator software. You can use DigitalOcean, Blue VPS. I'm going to Cherry servers because I really like those guys and like the servers they're doing, but pick your favorite provider, right? So the first thing you're going to do is create an account for this website. I already have my own account, so I'm just going to open here. You can see that I already have one Ator node running for a test that I was doing in the past. I'm going to have a new one. I'm going to set up a new Ator node now. So all you need to do is click in new instance. The first thing that you need to understand is first you get the server. It's going to be basically a computer. Then you're going to have to log in inside the server. And then you're going to run some commands. And after that, you're going to have an Ator node running. It's pretty straightforward. And let's do it together. So there are a lot of configurations of servers that you can have, right? For example, this one here costs 118 euros per month. It's way too powerful. You definitely don't need this much power, right? So let's go to a cheaper server. So you can just select a virtual server with shared resources. And even this one here that's 5.4 euros per month is good enough to run an Ator node. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to go with Ubuntu, which is the operational system. You have Debian, you have Linux, you have Mac, you have Windows. Ubuntu is a Linux distribution. And you don't need to touch anything. You can just put a host name. It's going to be the name of your server. I'm going to call Ator Node. That's how good. The IP address, it should already come with it. From there on, it's all good. You don't need to do anything else. You have a promo code here. What I'm going to do is also give you guys a discount code. I believe a discount code, or at least just a referral code, so you can help me pay for my beer at the end of the month. So let's pay and deploy. Let's see what's going to happen. But at least it's nice you can pay with crypto as well. So basically, the server Ator node is provisioning, which means it's being created, right? After that, you're going to get the information about how to log into this server to get inside. Now we can just play intermission kind of music while the server is being deployed. Usually this takes a little bit of time. Okay, beautiful. So I can see here that the server is powered. It's still provisioning. Let me try to refresh the page, see if it's gonna show the information. Yes. So you have here, it generated the login and password for the user. I'm just save this somewhere, just as a temporary thing. So what can you see in this dashboard here? You have the name of the server called Ator Node, and then you can see the cost. It costs 1.5 cents per hour, so it's pretty cheap. You have a 1 gigabyte uplink, which is very important for an Ator node to be fast transaction of the data, 1 gigs of RAM, and one virtual core CPU. The server is already done here. Okay, it finished setting up. Everything's working. The only thing that you need to take from this part is the IP address of the server, which is the location. You can see here. So all you need to do is very simple. You copy this name. Okay. And then you open the terminal. That iTerm, there are a lot of ways you can do this. You can use PuTTY on Windows or Linux and Mac. You already come with that. So the commands you need to do is SSH root at that IP address. It means I'm going to log in as a root user on this IP address. Press enter. and say yes, and then it's gonna ask for the password that we got before. I'm just gonna go password, boom, and beautiful. Now we're inside the node. As you can see, we have root at Ator Node. We're inside. So let's go back to the education website. And you can see here, and then you can make sure to join educ.ator.io and then copy the script, which is going to install the node. You know, everything automatically, super easy, super beautiful. Let's go here. I'm going to paste this and I'm going to press enter. And from now on, you just need to wait. That's it. And that's the time that you play the little music as well again. So basically what we have here is that we have the node installed, all the software is ready, and now we're going to configure it. The first thing it's going to ask is like, what's the nickname that you want? I'm going to call this node HCC rules. That's the name of the node. Oh, I cannot put a dash. Okay, HCC rules, like this. Okay, contact information, hcc@gmail.com. Just like a placeholder email. I don't have another one right now. Like I actually have the other one, but it's not going to be running, so I'm going to pretend I don't have a family. Families is, you need to configure a families if you want to run more than one node. Let's say you have 10 computers with different IP addresses and they all belong to you. You configure them as being a family. But we're not going to go through this. You can also check the documentation after how that works. The bandwidth for this service was gigabit, right? 1 gigabit is 1000 megabits. So I'm just going to put 1000. And the burst, I'm going to put 1000 as well. The port, I can just leave standard. The beautiful thing about when you rent a server is that you don't need to open ports. All the ports are normally open. And boom, the installation is completed. You already have the Ator node running in the computer. Basically, right now we have the server installed. We can go. It's always good to check the documentation. So I can go here in the Debian installation. We're gonna look here for. Let's see what they have. Let me just make this bigger for you guys. Okay. Okay, now we can croquette. Go back. Okay, so now what we need to do is actually activate the software. And the software is called Anon. So basically all you need to do is run this command, which is check. First, let's check the status. Right. We can go back here and we can see. So it's active and exited. So for what we're going to do now is at least it means it was installed correctly. So if you want to, keep in mind we have these 3 commands that you can run. One is to start the node. If you want to restart it for some reason, you change the configuration, you run this one. And if you want to stop it and close the application, you're going to run this one. So let's just start our node. It's going to go here, just clear. Oops. Let's just take this one here. Okay, the node is running. The status, you can see here it's also working because it was already working before. And then if you want to actually check the logs, check everything that's running, you can just copy this command. Just gonna go here, clear. You can see here that now it's bootstrapped, it's working. Now it's performing a bandwidth self-test, it's done. It's basically, if you have that command running, everything that's running in the software in the Ator node is going to be showing in this screen. There's 2 things missing for our setup. The first one is installing Nix. Nix is the application that we can see the charts, you can see the graphs, you can see how many gigabytes of data your node has already used, which is going to be super straightforward to do. All you need to do is like apt get install Nix. Install the software, and then basically after you do that, you can just type nyx, enter, and you're going to be able to see the node running. You're going to be able to see the speeds, you're going to see how much bandwidth the node has used, and you have a little chart here that shows how much bandwidth is actively using right now. So don't forget that every node, it has a ramping up time. So it takes like 1 to 3 months for your node to be fully inserted in the network. You need to keep your node up and running for like a couple months at least, for it to become like a proven that this node is actually doing the job. There's no point of setting up a node if there is no way to show your wallet address. To do that, let me just get a random wallet. I'm gonna go to Etherscan. They have a donation wallet somewhere. Donation wallet, boom. Let's gonna give them some money then. So we have this wallet address selected. Let me just take a note. So the next step you need to do is actually going to the configuration file and adding your Ethereum wallet address, right? So basically all you need to do is copy this one here. The nano is the name of a text editor. And then here is the location of the file. I just need to go here. Boom. So basically this file consists on everything that you need from your Ator node. The location of the logs, the activities, the port that you're going to be using, exit relay, which you shouldn't run an exit relay if you don't know what you're doing. And the nickname that we decided before with HCC rules, contact information hcc@gmail.com. And the only thing that you need to do after here, it's paste your Ethereum wallet here. Simple. That's all you need to do to have your Ethereum wallet linked to the Ator node. Now I'm gonna press Ctrl X and then Y to save. So if you're gonna go back to this, you're gonna see that your wallet's already in there. So I can just do Ctrl X again. I'm gonna quit. And then what I need to do is restart my node, right? System control. I think it's restart a node. Did I get it right? And I can do Nix again. And we're gonna be up and running again. So basically that's it. Right now your node is up and running. The name of the node is HCC rules. And you just make sure the server is running, right? Because then you're gonna see with time you're gonna be using much more bandwidth. Right now you can see you just use 2.3 megabytes, and then I think the node that I've been running for like a week is already like a few gigabytes per day. So it's already slowly ramping up. And then the more and more people using the network, you're gonna be providing security and safety browsing for everyone. And if you have questions, of course, always ask the community. Never share a seed phrase because that's the key to your vault. So always good to remember that, right? And we're gonna also help the community to run that, right? Bring everyone that we know from the Helium times, from like the whole Deepin ecosystem. Ator is so easy to run and so powerful that it makes no sense that your mom should be running one as well. It's a great way to get people onboarded into crypto. It's a great way for people to be aware of data privacy. So they're doing a really good job on all these fronts. And yeah, we're gonna try to broadcast this project as much as we can. We're organized now every month in Portugal and other countries with what we call Deepin Drinks. We just had the first one last Wednesday, and it was extremely good. There was no place for more people to come in the venue. So one thing that we realized that we need more people. People are gonna actually very interesting about Deepin, actually, and then Deepin Hub kind of like carrying the flag and leading the movement. I think it's gonna be very exciting. Yeah, everyone, make sure to come to Token 2049 or Deepin 2049 in Singapore at the end of the year. That's for sure.
Follow HCC and stay tuned.